The baby's cry breaks the silence of the compartment, and all the people give him the cold shoulder. The man in the suit has the audacious idea of throwing the baby out of the carriage with him in his arms. In a world of indifference, the helpless mother makes amends. A mother's love is supreme, but the people on the same train are acting unethically. The mother gently calms her baby, but the darkness of the long track is a hidden danger. The baby's cries are a sign of things to come. Sensing the worst, the mother runs for her life with her baby in her arms, but her regrets do not help. Thousands of monsters chased after her, and the two of them were instantly turned into food. In the end, all the people were killed and injured. Not long ago, overharvesting alerted tens of thousands of ancient bloodthirsty monsters. Their attacks were so strong that the researchers were wiped out in an instant. Densely packed flying monsters swarmed over us. A plan to sweep away the human race is quietly approaching. Although these monsters are visually impaired, they can't hear sounds. The slightest sound will bring death. In just 12 hours, every corner of the city was attacked by the monsters. The bright lights of the city were lost. At night, Henry's family learned it on TV that bloodthirsty monsters were sweeping the world. The only way to survive is to keep their mouths shut and their voices quiet. Waiting men death, the family packed their bags for the night. They decided to head north and begin their escape. By now, the roads were jammed. They had no choice but to take a country road. A herd of wild deer appeared in front of the car and accidentally crashed, falling into the valley several times. Henry and his wife were in a panic, but they couldn't rescue them on their own. They have no choice but to find another way to rescue them. Just as they're about to leave that area, their dog starts to growl like crazy. Their daughter Karen realizes that danger is imminent. A woman's sixth sense is very accurate. The bloodthirsty beast crashes through the car window at speed. The dog barked incessantly, but the high-frequency sound attracted more monsters. Almost the entire SUV is surrounded. Is the fate of mankind so unbearable? Hordes of bloodthirsty monsters are attacking humans. These strange-looking creatures can hear and recognize the faintest sounds. The Henry family is helpless in the face of these powerful monsters. They were about to be eaten by the monsters, but the sound of gunshots in the neighborhood attracted the monsters. It turns out that the sound of gunshots from Uncle 2 attracts them, and he intends to sacrifice himself to protect his family. Although Uncle 2 is brave and resourceful, the monster eats him up as the bullets in his gun run out. The dog inside the car is in a frenzy. His barking will only attract the monster to attack. At his wit's end, Henry had no choice but to put the dog outside the car, which saved his life. Out of harm's way, they traveled from day to night. They were about to stay overnight when the sound of a bell broke the silence. Just as the master went out to see what was going on, the monster followed them. The hosts are reluctant to take them in. Henry waved his hand to tell them to be quiet, but the noise still alerted the beast. The situation caught the master by surprise. The monsters swarmed over the master and ate him in no time. The sewer in front of us could be an ideal escape route. As expected, the family followed. But as fate would have it, a rattlesnake appeared in the cave. The sound of the rattlesnake's tail whacking alerted the monster. The beast flew into the sewer and instantly gnawed the snake apart. Henry's wife, however, is unable to escape the monster's attack. In a moment of desperation, the meat grinder came in handy. Henry opens the meat grinder to attract the monster. The monster without glasses was instantly crushed into meat. It's a very sad scene, but it's not dangerous. As his wife's calf was badly bitten, antibiotics were the immediate antidote to prevent the wound from becoming infected again. The next day, the father and daughter traveled to town, where they ventured to the pharmacy. What they don't realize is that they're being watched. A man survives in a world full of monsters. With a creepy face, he set up the creepy silent cult, and it has long been his habit to dig people into the club. Henry and his daughter resisted. Henry will not be moved by his sinister pleas, but when the man tries to make a sound, to his horror, he loses his tongue. Unexpectedly, the man follows them to their doorstep. He expounds on the absurdity of joining the silent sect in order to use his daughter to bear his children. The absurd request angers Henry, who takes out his gun and aims it at them. Such shock and awe elicits a disdainful sneer from the man. In his mind, the sound of a gunshot is bound to attract a terrible monster. With his persistent persuasion, Henry has no choice but to load the shotgun. Watching the other man's behavior, the man's heart developed an even more vicious plan. There are still many bad people in the world. As expected, it was another sleepless night. The little girl at the door broke the silence. When the family carried her into the room, they were surprised to find that the girl's tongue had long been cut out. The scene was astonishing. The little girl's whole body was bundled with a cell phone. The cell phone on her body suddenly emitted an ear-piercing ringtone, attracting the monster to crash through the window and fly into the house. Strangers suddenly appeared and grabbed the girl. At this critical moment, the grandmother could not hold back any longer and overpowered the stranger. Her heartbreaking roar attracted the monsters to her. The grandmother chose to sacrifice her life to protect her granddaughter. In the midst of everyone's grief, her daughter was kidnapped again. The men of the Shizwana society won't stop there. While taking her away, the strange man made a mute gesture. Henry's time is running out. If he doesn't explode in silence, he'll die in silence. As a member of the family, he can no longer sit idly by. A post-apocalyptic plan for a counter-assassination unfolds. This is the 2019 American horror movie, The Silence. The world is inundated with bloodthirsty ancient monsters. When a man travels through the countryside to a remote town to escape the monsters, he is stalked and coerced by the Silent Society. His mother is killed by the monsters, his wife is injured by the monsters, and his daughter is kidnapped and taken away by the Silence. The man vows to save his daughter. This story tells us that in the end times, everyone can be evil, and we must learn to protect ourselves and our families. I am Zero Sense Film. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.